Worcester, Massachusetts. Kasebui a live for Peace 104.3 FM and a Peace FM online or Facebook. YouTube a Despite Media. A TikTok neso a Talk Live TV. And someone me de bramu be and say on my for Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagben say Mrashabeja for Emrasetna November ne de toso and song anopa nundu. Kane mampeni John Dramani Mahama say Damba obaba ye mampeni awa afia bato no akira. Dream ne proye ya ben ye Akan hye na wontimi ntu so sano. Obekanya emu osano etu mu.
A vote for Baumia will be a disastrous third-term vote for Akufo-Addo and his corrupt friends and family.
Afusuapono debi a eni akire sameba ebeye omampeni a mehwese ebesi ne awie ne prekokora ede amamo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia oye Franketuni ema New Patriotic Party ene ekase
Monkama kumantono bibi am prevent the university is coming live and direct.
Na ebrekronwa na Dr. Baumia kasafa okan kwe north ho eche se da ma bi enema bekọ yie na po akyerechire mu de akyere dwadifo ya ewo okan kwe north.
It is not now a trader. Let's say me catch you say me nim de o koma na me twancho. Na so afede o say ebo aboso.
Na Afrobarometer survey ni bia koso enkrofo mu nya adwuma nye. Yese wo mo nsankaye na ehuri adikan ewo mu. Na nado abanyi so waya akwan pa esne aban bia Francis Asenso Boache na ekasa sei ene ye fiade kwan bemwa ye de lifestyle bebremu na sese de enkrofo mo pedo wo mo epe ekunu anase eyere no eya na wo mo spec ene de wo he de na eya na wo mo epe eno ewo lifestyle kasebo emu ensem bi ka we no ho ne de so mo say Peace FM prem tobre kasie yedi asidema Susie about center this Sebimen capsule saba eye meme ye pa be me bi ho odwun so me ye bi ka me mu hyehye no be me bi wonyina yie wonya Sebimen ne bia katita sem bia mem Sebi women na so kwa afikyira enkabo ne edi akire ba ne nkoyie kra wote nkasa wo bre enema bi ntwa yie wonya Sebi women yedi Sebi sopie na ho yie am ye shampaboa no a efata ye na ase our pharmacy and chemical stores say try hoshia 0247111671 0247111671 and a 0246578750 0246578750 and a pay MTS and can't so the 4G plus aba internet no fastest connectivity no ahwe mo de na kira kwan tablet no eba boa ama wo browser a contentem jaso MTN or say we there for you everywhere you go. Yeah, what this way chocolate drink koko so faso ne doso pa ewie de ohia ka ho a eni sushi enwa da roma ena medical sibuiba medin nana ya kunedu afeka sebonu musemni mrashabe dwamu chamehini onmunyafo Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagben wode ne sasha krata se apie da obonwuma mu a wode so ato nkra from mrashabe dwafo na asam no ane se oman mra tumi no a yede ahya ne nsa ofram mrashabe dwafo ba asetena ma ne yeyie no wagina sa mrapon no aso article 112 section 3 no a ewo afia pem ahankron aduokron mienu 1992 constitution mu from Rashabedwafo se nyame ya adom na adom ye nia November da ye wo mu ne de toso enson Rashabedwafo ba bi omnam bia wo mu ntwa de omo yeso anopa no ndu de wo mu nyina mra emehia na wo mu hia so a na Grand Arena Accra International Conference Center omunyina momodin so bia enyi ne ho emfrimu wei eye ensamo amrahebedwam chamehene ene nsahya ase enura na ene ana abepie ewodawubo enyumemu MPP amanyoko Franketuni kanema mpeni MPP amanyoko Franketuni Dr. Mahmoud Baumia oye omampeni abedi echire waboawura akrodie ye wo asunafo north abato mpesua so ewo ahafo region na okoye no akrodie baabi a wo ye ahafo university no wakwa akohwe ohwe ye no de to omanfo na nanom hemfo ene da mani pepese o mokokogye ntete osuapon nyina nim se woba ye no wahu se university ne ye no ekwana nimpa wahanche mu aduoso 70% ene omatimi aye awia ka be so hanche mu aduasa bi pe da bi a eni akire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene MPP aban ne sanfro abendwa no a oso obehwe na omatimi awie na omawie ne deku ama omanfo atimi anya so mfaso okọ campus ho kokọhwe sede ne masi kro no wosan gina so kan ni swade huna wode ewa akansie mu wafi abato no mu de kire omanfo se enu ti December de etosonson ni dura wo mo hwe ballot no ono ne date fi ho no wo mo nto aba emfa ema no na enwuma papa ne pani na nado danko akufo ado ba ye de aka no waba aba behwe awie ama won
say the bill for the university has been done in the parliament by the parliament in the monkama kumantomoyem no BBM preventing the university is coming live and direct many contractor no yebo nkomo kakra or the ejumano beba ewiye everything will be finalized within the next 8 months na yenya full-fledged university legacy na Akufo-Addo ka say obejae amamo say or the university bebremo ono so we di so nyame adom enti university no de me amakohu baso kama me ho vice chancellor residence accommodation ni nyina enti minim say nana ade a edam akoma so pa enti nyame adom meso mebedi o mampanyia nyame adom me na mebebe ababa ebe commission university no amamo nyina
Omampani abedi che Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no siye na acting president Akrodie Traditional Council na nada akokofo ensusu chirechiremu ede kire yese womani aso akaninie ane asetemu akade a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene ne mpanifo enam na nado aban so ede adom wo mo na wo kire se ono wo hwa Dr. Bawumia ohun se oyobi a owa abadaye pa etinani so ade hunu no wo mo so behwe amanabem
Vice President Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia adwenkasi a omu wo a eson daye papa a ya son daye ade university aba amaya kodie ha na ese aseda PSA kase pa ema won pa na ye besre se na daroma wo bai yenim se akonwa ne de wa hwe dom ye gina sesi akra ye se ya to aba na wie kra ya de yampa ye nyina ne aba ye betu ngumu amana ne se ye asumura pa ne wo ba ye sra no wo nyinani na onye bibi emfa ho emaye se na menhira Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia na ba wo ba no na menta na chi na bibi obeye bia no enye yie na won fra konwa no na nanu nyina nta na chi
Onipa yete ne kasei nana da konkofo Woye acting president Akrodie Traditional Council Pius Beidu Banson ene de amanibwe ebaye Kanema mpani John Dramani Mahama osan Franketuni Emma National Democratic Congress NDC kwone de atodwa se wo sra Ghana fo ne sada ne sayemo kasa kire Ghana fo so pamochew Omampani abedi akire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a wayi nanim na wo prese yento ne so aba mo meye omampani no se Ghana fo yamfom so de tumi hya ne nsa amemwo no omaje oman no akwakobo ne feyi ase no eno a na osan aba beka ye kire enti afedi ebewie oman sa moako ne adu to osre Ganafo maganafo nto aba emfa ema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wose ebra wo free tumi mu akro no eka no oman die nyina na ye 120 billion Ghana cedis afi 2016 nanso ena wo kasai omampani na na do ne Bawumia ban eja oman ne ka 767 billion eka womo eja enkoa eno no na wo say sade womo sia ye oman no womo de oman na bo preman na oman ne sika wɔn de awasa wɔn nsirem ejapade royalties ɛho nsenkaye covid-19 so ho nsensem ɛne nneɛma bebree di adanse sɛ na yɛ nkyɛ ni abanti Ghana fo nya ahwɛ yie ɛna ne prensa so yɛntia wɔn so anya sa yɛbɛpae ne hwehwehwe.
The list is endless, and while we reflect on these acts of corruption, not even to mention the $58 million National Cathedral scandal, let us ask ourselves what has happened to these brazen acts of corruption? What has happened to the perpetrators? When corruption goes unchecked and unpunished, impunity prevails, and the country is consigned to hardship. And this is how corruption has led to hardship that Ghanaians are suffering today. And this is another reason why we must show this corrupt NPP government the exit on 7 December 2024 to pave the way for scrutiny and accountability. My brothers and sisters, the simple fact is that a vote for Bawumia will be a disastrous third-term vote for Akufo-Addo and his corrupt friends and family administration.
Enuachi wasaka sa say oman ni sikasam no baabi agina ne nyina yie enyina yie kura na ase de wohwe sini a ehu pa de yetaka se horror movie no sabi na oman ni sikasam aye.
For Ghana to be successful again, there's an urgent need for a reset of our governance and our democratic systems. This can only happen if this current NPP government is rejected at the polls of 7th December 2024. Our democratic institutions have been put under great strain these last 8 years, and all the gains we made in strengthening our democratic institutions since 1992 have been severely eroded. Ladies and gentlemen, this horror movie Ghanaians have been subjected to over the last 8 years must come to an end. The pledge to protect the public purse was just a hollow promise. And indeed, as some people say humorously, they have not only emptied the public purse, they have stolen the purse itself.
Kanema Mpani John Dramani Mahama ena utiye na enhyemu a ode asemi tu dwa no na eyadwaba wato di Good Governance Forum enkran ha ena wode hihye so nyensem wepe ena okaye osan so kasaye efa niema hodo e ha omanyi te se dwirim ho na wose da mba na ban san ba obehwe se ekwanfoforo kra so ene enam a yedi betu dwirim proye ene yenchendi so sa e wo my Ghana mu wose sa wo hwe asempo no a wode edi dwuma ne bi ne sa resetting Ghana for good governance and accountability. Just on my no. Yes, I should ye, a gina ye wa memo pa kuntabu e womono. And akuma swadi kasia pa. Eti a memoir yabomu, a memoir hunumu fine. Ne dreamu so, ye baba she a she emra, ye di etu susa emu kubu and what de bedijuma. Wasan church mubio de achra say, washisha bibia watu di operation recover all the loot. Uchaniti a friend oral. Eti baby ankrofo awie bia kwa akwahye ankrofo e dia wasa won sire mu nyina no. Obeti won kosise obegye ni nyina ne asade aba ye oman no eyie. Wo se sa wo hwe niema pa nka ye oman yi dia ya afri yensa baby a wo se nka oman yi yetimi kokoduru a yentimi nkoduru ye sansa ankrofo afoma fa ehia sa ombo akire no mbe ye hwehwemu fikofiko e no makwa akogye ni nyina asade aba begu oman no futuo mu na oman no etimi agina yie.
My brothers and sisters, you have heard about Operation Recover All the Loot. This is going to be one of our tools to combat corruption and make it a high-risk endeavor for any person. Operation Recover All the Loot will investigate, prosecute, and recover the proceeds of corruption using both local and foreign investigative expertise to achieve this objective. Closely linked to oral will be legislation to prohibit political appointees, political exposed persons, and all 7 public officials from purchasing state assets.
Na oka enu ewieye no na oba aban ensase. Wose aban wansase bebre ye dede de krom. Sansase no enkrofo afom afa. Eti eno so sana ban de ba obehwa abo akire na wagigi ni nyina from omafom no ensem.
We shall address the detrimental phenomenon of state capture by establishing a state assets registry. As I have assured the chiefs of the Ghana State, we will open an inquiry into the sale of stolen government lands and the implementation of the Accra redevelopment policy. And let me assure you, the investigation into the looting of government lands will not be restricted to Accra alone. We are aware of the developments that have taken place in Kumasi, Ho, and Tamale, and we will extend the oral into all the 16 regions. And I commit to rigorously implement the recommendations of this inquiry. To ensure value for money and transparency in the award of contracts, we will set up an independent value for money office, which will be responsible for scrutinizing any government procurement that is above $5 million or as Parliament may determine.
Na good governance adwabo no ase de odi ewieye ebi na efa pensioner fo sikasam ho de atiaka mu ene de ababaye ka as say haircut samwa aban de ba yenti ama pensioner fo ntimi enya won sika da banki ene aban esika dwuma ahodo mu no o kan sei ene fa ho.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time under the Fourth Republic, Ghana suffered the shame of debt default. Our citizens, including pensioners, had their bonds withheld and had very severe haircuts. Even though our external partners have suffered a variant of this crude haircut, the government, I believe from 7th January 2025, is expected to begin paying for the sins of this government's debt default. This means that Ghana's international relations must be stepped up to restore our global influence and enhance our role in international affairs, as well as ensure maximum benefits for national development and position ourselves as the favored destination for foreign direct investment in West Africa.
Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahama ne na otiye Clinton Kwesi Amoako ene de sa manibui ebaye. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempoye Franketu ni abedi chire ema New Patriotic Party ku no enso ene adwadifo egu nkasa won ho so den na enam so ama ode aprobo akwakopie okankwe North Mpesua no esom eho no woni adwadifo bi ye wala pass ene ade ekasaya wachechira ban na ni suade hunu mu ade akire wo mo ehunu bra adwadifo ewo mu enunti wachire se de aye den de ama adwadifo no aban bekoso tutu ho na mon papa eyi wo mu afiri mu adwadifo akuaku ahodo ye wo kan kwen North Kropon mu ena oni wo mo ekasaya chirechire ni suade hunu no mu bi ade akire wo mo a de oka kire wo no ebi eni
the 24 level which I say pa you see they say $1 is 70 and 60 to 24 TM. Now, your mama will catch her say, name restaurant $4 cities. And no credit. And not the 4 cities that said to all through the papa be. If there are 4 cities, as when you're teacher training alone. Now, 4 cities, but you're nursing training. Now, 4 cities, but you're on shock and you're 4 years. Now, 4 cities, but you're on chalk and go school. Now, 4 cities, 8 years, over to be on top textbook. Now, 4 cities, as that cocoa bag. I told 13, and then I had 17 cities as you go back. I told 30 bags of cement. It is not now a trader. Let's say, me catch you say, me nim the old coma, na me transfer. Then so, after the was a barber so. If you say, na do my head, na can be coastal over town to me. It will be no say for Afro here, and dada near town as I never go school. And then Obano Ostiadi and Qua no Qua on near Afro.
Odi pete ne kasa ye Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe a wo ye Franketu ne abedi chire emma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia e wo New Patriotic Party amanyoko no edimu na ebra no obo apro no kukuda mane nam ne ho bi e ya Central Mrashe Bedwani no nyafo Kennedy ohene e Japan afei MPP Mrashe Bedwafo te sempraye so Mrashe Bedwani enna okan kwen of nipa wo pre e wo MPP dimu na ama doku a wo nyina so e kasa ye
insert isubium enya mentimi wansia enganya bia NDC for betimi agi city the masram Bible say a house that is divided cannot stand if ye kuru yenim entimi enyina da bi antokwa nkoa
it is a naponie na Dr. Baobienie na dokienia ene number 1 abana yakoto no sebio ene Dr. Baomia ho ofe ene Dr. Mahama ho ofe
so far yen share na no yetia share ejadifo ni omo a omo nu aduane ton about 500 ye enche yeguso aye share yen sabeso obiso abotire eni gidie ne ebehia wo mo ho na ya sremo se da ni du a me yen kase o ye odada ye wini awie da bi wo de ne ka ho ansa na ye wini awie
Osofo hwe yakwan ni akwantempon so no nyafo Francis Asenso Boachi de atodwa sei sa wo hwe MPP aban yi ne mpontodwuma wo ma ye titiri eba akwan a obetime de ne sese ne boaka sei na na dodan kwa akufo ado aban ayi kwan bebre e wo man Ghana mu wo kasa ye wo ahafo mantam no emu no chechire mu sei sa wo kan kan wani a ahamfo mantam ne nko ano brofo kwesti kilometer akwan aban ayi eyempemiensa ahenum aduwotwe enkron 3589 na wose saa akwan yi eda ho pefe ye omanfo ye wa hafode ohu a ohu
yenye nim se akwan ni akwantempon ehun sem ehia Ghana fo na afofo so eka ho bi pa na afo ha no ye wo total road network e wo ahafo ha no 3589 kilometers na na akufo ado ansa no obedi mampanyin no na wonam nyina so no ade abaako a na amafo dodo na ka kire no nkanta ahanfo ene akwan ni akwantempon enti abro obedi akonya no wode ahoden kese ene sika ehye Ghana akwan mu a ebisi Ghana hada in fact e hwehwemu na omampanyin bie no wa waya akwan ni akwantempon ese omampanyin na abudankwa akufo ado
Onipo kasa yi eye onmunyafo Francis Asenso Boachi wa manensi ha waka akwan na wo mayiye no dodo bo mu 3589 kilometers no ena osi wo tumrenti wo kiresi obobo akwan ni bi
Every 2017, ABC June 2024, Rose Engineers a year in Shishomuno. Now my opinion, I have for her, why 414 kilometers. I have for her. Now, you know, a bine, the chain attachment here, Kumadan Road. Akrobie, say yes, road. Now 20 kilometers. A real, that yes, we are bad. Kebidi Fida Road. Now 10 kilometers. And I selected roads, some towns in Afro, including the chain, the Afro, Fida Road, 15 kilometers. And over 300 kilometers of gravels and rehabilitation west. Nina constitute 414.
Na eno echino, wade to so say, mantam fufuro ensia no a nansen aban ne boy ye no. Abaya say wo mo bayi akwan no 10 km e wo mantam bia mu e de api wo mo so de o maye dada no e ho.
Now there are some ongoing projects and what ha yenye akrodie san yeso de no yeguso atronie mem yeguso afu Kenya asi esukesi mem road yeguso tepaboma Tanosu road yeguso medium town roads yeguso omapanye say new regions now we create 6 regions now all in terms of road we departing gifts for them. We say all these regional capitals go so that man go Techima any equate kahuna no the additional 10 kilometers of roads the best district capital here and yet go so my go so now so sabe ka modio
Atiawin Mohammed ene de saa amaneboyi ebaye Osofo bi de chiro hwe adwadie ne fidi dwuma so sai new dwabem rahye bedwene onmanyafo Michael Ochirbe fidi atodwa se MPP abanyi ewo anwuma awodo enkan kro ho anisuade hunu na omo wa adwempa so de manwuma nkumankuma se ebepagya won mu na aba be anwuma akese eno nti anwuma ne mo abanchi dom na sa anisuade hunu ne mrem okokasa won fie ewo afiafin hye mu de toso aduanan wotwe a Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry for ye gyina so esa to abayi mpanimfo afoforo se obehwe no adandan ekuo no ene atraye no ne wo madwuma wo mo ye anim kasam no munyamfo ba fidi to dwa se MPP aban yi ba ye no wo mo aye kura wo di 8.2 billion abeboa amma enwumanwuma nkuma ne nwuma hodo ye wo mayi mu no wo matimi anya nantuo agyina so okogina adwadie soafo no munyamfo KT Hamoda namu ene kasaye na nsem no kakrani.
Government is interested in the welfare and the growth of a business, and that is a hallmark of the NPP strong business party. Government, through a policy, has initiated a new move, what we call the SME growth. This is a fund that was initiated by the president of the country, and the president has declared his intention to support small and medium enterprises who especially want to transition from being a small business to becoming a big business. So we have come up with this fund, an 8.2 billion cedi fund.
Na enuachi openia oda Petrosol ano Ora Michael Buzumbil enso so sra Ghana for say enwumanwuma na koya amono ne nwuma nko ade a omunya omfa so wi omse so musika de ko eti omunsusu fo mani nto amono ne nwuma akese ne so na de ye omenya nkasa de hye de no yetimi mo ho chi do mo ho bra yi.
You heard some businesses are relocated to other places. How many Ghanaian businesses did you hear were relocated to other places? We have to endure the pain because this is our home. Don't relocate, don't go somewhere. And when things are better, and then when minister lead the delegations and you can tell them, oh, Ghana now economic indices are getting better. It's okay, we'll come. But who made the indices better? Ghanaians.
The Yetine Kasayi CEO Emma Petrosol Platinum Energy Ora Michael Buzumbil na onona chi na Dr. Clement Osamwako ono na no wo yetitrani Emma Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry we wie na dwuma ono so da sesei.
On behalf of my council, I especially extend my deepest appreciation to all of you for your invaluable support. The Council of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, the Akan mandate we just dissolved, which I have had the privilege to lead, is also pleased to represent the 2023 stewardship report. In line with our mandate, the Chamber undertook a significant responsibility of providing business support services to our members as the country recovers from the severe economic challenges.
Dr. Clement Osei Amwakone ene eteno echiri empanimfo asesei wobeda Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry no ano eye Ora Steven Maizan no eye titani president na abedi echire eye Dr. Mrs. Emilia Esiakwa George Osei ene desa amanibui ebaye. Director of Research, Emma Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, Dr. Adam Salome, was say a pedia honsanka and for a pedjuma ye no munya bien and so Ghana for how a yatism can see the Magana Nipado one. A brow ye movie ye na wojina so ede amanebo etu eja wachem se Afrobarometer survey a omo ye na no omo bi se mu niema hiomamfo pa eye so omo benya adwuma aye na omo botom semetimi akoyie asampo a omo de to so eye citizens na wo se de hiomamfo pa sesei eye sikasemu ye se nipa ebetimi anya adwuma aye afi asetemu akade aye hia de obroni fra na infrastructure se eno so ebekọ nanim na ya pomuden ehonsem eyade ehia omanfo pa na ose dodo no so a wo mo kasa fa hwi wo mo hwe kwan sa abosumi be dumienu na chesa afintem de ewo se niema sesa na eye ne papam ose omanfo kasa ye de fa hihya hodo no aban de ababi to say free senior high school ho abebo anwomesua afi planting for food and jobs, one district one factory and afi one village one dam nsem no omo kasa fa ho de omanfo nya ya na nka free ho eye e-levy electronic transaction levy no a ewo omanyi emu wo mo kyerɛkyerɛ de ntia wo musu se ewo se efiri mu emu na ebrampanifo keka nkontabuo yi emu asɛm ni nyinaa si wie ye no Dr. Adam Salome ade wei eto so eye nkyerɛkyerɛmu efa asɛm ne ho.
When they say that the country is going in a particular direction, it's tilted in the economic conditions aspect. And then you look at that also against, their top priorities. We saw that unemployment topped the list of things that Ghanaians want the government to prioritize. When it comes to things that we call socially undesirable things, like whether you ask people whether they paid a bribe, they are quick to point fingers at somebody else and not themselves. So that is why we always see, Ghanaians pointing fingers at the police as being corrupt. But this data shows us that Ghanaians are willing to pay a bribe to get out of trouble.
Yo, Onipayatini ni say Dr. Edem Salome. Nediechi and a research analyst Bakwa or CDD Francesca Sapon Usu or also so anyway at also.
For consecutive years, yehu se nioma Ghana for se omuhiano. And no na se ye no alternation ye dane no. So this year your priority year unemployment. The following year na aba unemployment bill. Inti yenso se bi se say ye de ba government eye den. Election year, omo beji findings na omo tie na ni omo de koye campaign say e favor omo de koye campaign ene sa ne ma na no. Beyond that no, edin e no mo de ye.
Onipoka said she was a research analyst. I was CDD Francesca Sapon Usu George Osei and a disa amanibui ebaye. Association Potamo Memoni Krasiam Punto, so Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, say. So I'm doing money to form pa, she should be abided by what to do green employment and enterprise opportunities, mutually friendly green project, A boy be a drum quine at the amount for a warm petamo mensely any crutua who draw imum. Now was this one car come near any pumping you a has Edioson Bako 2,371 and now femu enya ejuma aye enti Ghana beyond aid in some atimi aboa e wa kwan bi eso osofo a wo hwem potamo amemoni nkrasem punto so no nyafo Martin ejemensa kosa na dina na no asem somaye ema owura Amen Abdul Rahman wo ye director e wa so ho kokogina na nemu kasaye ebra na wo toto adwene na afenso wo de enchekere ene entiase wo green project ni mu ada no manfo na fei o manfo chefe wo mu se ewiemu nsakraye nsunsuanso ye bekura mu yie na ya bobo ho bra na kama sabaya enkamfe ye bebre enhyemuase wode asemi atudwa na wasanso achechemu emwasronko ya aban anam saasoye ne so ede aboama ema ene emabunu titiriu ede won ho agyemu bia saye kaseye yi ewiemu nsakraye emu kasa ho ene nkyekye ne mu asetena pa ne abrabo pa no omanfo nte ase mu api efrase eye humpo adwuma.
The Green Project has been a flagship initiative of the Ministry and the UNCDF, as it directly aligns with government strategic objectives to promote sustainable, inclusive economic development while advancing local resilience to climate change impacts. We are particularly proud of the over 2,371 jobs created, the majority of which benefited women, youth, and returning migrants. This achievement echoes the government's Ghana Beyond AIDS vision, which emphasizes sustainable economic independence and resilience at the local level. Throughout the cycle of the Green Project, over 800 local government staff capacities have been enhanced in areas of climate change and financing.
Onipoka say Yora Amin Abdul Rahman, where Chief Director, Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. Now United Nations Resident Coordinator and so Onipoko jina na nemu ekasa ye eye Dr. Ifioma Esther Charles Monwuba de wade tude so eni.
The project has, over the past 4 years, contributed to the transition of 10 municipalities and district assemblies to green and climate resilient local economies. The project has provided over 2,300 short-term jobs, of which an impressive 80% were taken up by women. Through the investment worth over 1.8 million euros, exceeding the targeted investment amount of 500,000 euros. Local SMEs have delivered green infrastructure and services benefiting over 403,000 people, above the target of 375,000.
United Nations Capital Development Fund Regional Coordinator Christel Alvange so Okasa saying.
The success of the Green Project would have not been possible without the collaborative effort of all the stakeholders involved, our partners at the European Union and the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the Ghanaian Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, and the invaluable contribution for our numerous partners and local communities. We have seen in Ghana needs to be scaled up in the country across their communities, but also across other communities and countries. Every dollar invested today, whether in local currency or through strategic partnerships, is a step forward long-term prosperity. It is through public-private partnerships that we can build resilient systems that serve not just today's needs, but also create pathway for future development.
Abdullah Dasmani and Diamani Buibaye. Dean Emma University of Ghana Business School Professor Justice Bawole Ede Atuja said to one chair dear Yapa Ewo Nipa Abra Bomuni or mine a year and in Puntumu. It is so be Eden and one Emma every nipem a year in Puntu Juma net to one chair Juma a yadia enka. And no and a year. Nanso said na saying ababa ye fin and grofoto on ho echeso oye adwuma no wi ano ohwe kwan se ubetua wonka e wokwan foforo bi so se eyesika ananso de bribi ebeda won ase o se enonom saa no enhye da mo ma tu ho ache ene emu opepa ye de ye adwuma no enyine ho adi eyie wakasa ye Ghana Philanthropy Conference Star Ghana for ene hyehye yase ena na dwenkyere ewo enei ene sede tu ho ache adwuma sitie no wakani saying
na fe yehu se obi wo skills bi na oye adwuma yetua ne kanti se e kame ya se obi a pese se oye bibibia e wo se yetua ne kan eni nti ama se ade na tinkense but se ye be se ne obi a pese oye bia na se ne wo se obi a ye bia na oye na yetua ne card ya anhwe a ye be kukuro no because enya ne ma ne nyina na ye betu nti ne ma bebre wo ha yentumi mfa sika enhyehyɛ so yentumi ye no mami 10 mami 20 series but me ka se obi ye sa adwuma no na e wo se ye kye ne bibia ana ye ma ne bibia na se odidi a na sika wo ha wo se ye ma fama but emayen fa sika no enni anim na fa bibia ebe bia ye kora ya teacher foi program we wa be hwe akọ no we ya wie no kwase we Africa ade aloka ya ma hwe esa wo kwa neja wo bohwere mako but enam se ya wo se ya me sa ebe boa oman no nti e wo se nyina ya tu ehu gu ho
enti ogina so stress ye ma na mafo entiase se osom ne atu ho ache e ka abrabo ho
enti ye nyina no wo asudie kakra bi a enam se oman no aboye ho ban oman no ahwe se yesoso ye boa oman no se de be ye nyina ye be kura yo se ya nya me sa na ye bisika bi enim mebre se de se enne ya ye no ebedu ba bi no ebe ye din ya wo se ye tete mofra no enti fie primary school ye take clubs na ye nkyerɛkyerɛ mofra anya sa obia wo bibia obetimi di aboa dru se ye wo se ye de boa ye mfa mboa na obi susu asabi o wo ye so busy a wontimi ma mfa wa hwande mboa na sabi kakra be di botofi no mu no fa bi be boa na emrante o muso mo tu ho agum no so nya bibi nya dai edi say ya ne be na ya kekere o man say anya de sa ne ya da ne nyina sika pe won a oni sika no ya hu bekam
Laurentia se wa boatin na dia mane boy baye me jina so ho me kase boy so agabo afon krato madaroma me ba sesia
Anokwa sese de dialysis boy de pao every see grandpa enya kidney yade na watwe bia 1002 ko enti ehye bia ni ho ye de beso wo ne a wo yade tete sei asene se o man mu ayedne abotre Debbie grandpa enti MPP abaye kire se wontimi nya bibia emfa saati bia we ho ɔman a wɔnwene ayarefo ho no saa man nankasa ayare neama ene nabusua komu ɛyɛ tebea nipa bebre na mu wɔ man yi mu nanso eni da so ho magana fo nyina NDC John Mahama banya eba bio se ɔbɛbɔ foto a wɔto din Mahama Cares di atai wɔ wɔ yade a ɛtete sɛn atia ma ɔmagye ayarehwɛ a ebi yɛ kidney yade cancer diabetes akoma yade sickle cell ene mojamroso yade sega na nikuta apomudin si achiba krata na se wonkuta bi no obetumi akɔ chips compound ene apomudin atan bi akɔgye ayaresa saa enhyehyɛ yi ebema Ghana fo dodo no a wɔwɔ saa enyarewa yi bi ɛho ahanwom ɛyɛ no korɛ Mahama dwene yɛn ho tu abama sakrai papa tu abama John Mahama ne NDC
so wakoma ho hyehyew ana ebo periperi de broni kan hardburn no a ede na sese wo ye na se wo yam so atim so
wo be packing a farmer Martin's liver salt tira kwai entem ehwie nsu agu glass mo ate Martin's liver salt no ba kwa no na wo de agum
wo be hu se ehuru wa glass ni mu na wanom Martin's liver salt ye won orange flavor ana ba ko so ye plain
wonu mu a ho beto nemum edi na anu na ho ntowo a ko hu doctor
Ediani ne desi. Acho, the food be fire. You hear say Electoral Commission they do some exhibition thing?
Exhibition?
What be that one do again?
This are EC and their big English. Is this exhibition even necessary?
I don't know, self. Look, isn't that our boss from the EC? Okay, my people.
I couldn't help but overhear your discussion about the upcoming exhibition. Let me explain one or two things to you. You see, the officers who register voters are human beings. They are not machines. You understand? So sometimes they might make mistakes when entering your information.
So how would this affect us?
You might live in Kaswa, but then they would accidentally select Ayawaso as your district. Or even they can mark you as a female when you are a man. Anamewa.
Assemble.
Go and check that your name is in the register. Say, with details of a correcto perfecto. That is why we are doing this registration.
What if my name isn't there at all?
My brother, don't worry at all. You can ask them for your name to be included in the register once you have your voter's ID card. You can also ask for the correction of a wrong sex. You are male, but they have written that you are female. So you give it to them and they correct it on the card for you.
Really?
Go and fix it very quickly. Who's how you Bema? Now we'll catch you female.
Where?
Remember, we all make mistakes. That be why the laws they make provision for the exhibition. So say the EC go fit correct all the errors. The EC they ensure say we get clean and credible register. So make you go check your details quick crowd. Or you go fit dial the short code *711*51#. So say you go check your details. You check in there, you go fit check till elections. The 2024 voters register not there. It be finchim correcto perfecto.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Medase, afei yanko wie kasebo no e wo lifestyle ensemuda bia brabo no. De ana etuemu eho na enefie awie yi ye wie kasebo no afin bia ba na mafo so. Wo mo ka ne spec. Na spec no wo mo de kasa e de kire de obi pe. De wo hunu wo obi ho, de danso na babia wo mo de sa kasafu spec no e di dwumatitiri pa sesei ayesi obi hwehwe ne dofo. Oba ehwehwe obema dofo na bema ehwehwe oba dofo a osusu obetime ne natena se aware abobra akwakosi na se omoka spec na ebi hwe oniku na bosu na bose na hokeka ne nimdie bi se de osi dwen ene niam ahodo bebre eno ene spec no na womo hye ka spec yi susudua yi se susudua yi a womo de eba bebata spec kro no a womo pe ho no afofo nyina na ti ase na womo hwe kwan ekokosi sen yen lifestyle kasebofo busa omanfo womo nti ase e wo saa semfua spec no
My definition of spec
is characteristics or features you prefer your woman to have?
My understanding is the person's type, the person's ideal like preference, what the person prefers in a person.
How I understand spec is the features that you prefer in a woman.
So
I think a spec is like someone you're attracted to. Yeah, like the type of person you're attracted to.
Specification, features and characteristics are expected or pay on.
Okay, into spec no. I say what you expect to see in Obi if you're Bema so bad. How I see it, I say you need to have characteristics in your person who
you can't speak I said say Nema na Nebia Ewenipa like Emma Weniji and Emma Bang Nippon, like the qualities of the person, everything about the person that makes you attracted or make you admire the person.
Spec, how do I put it? Spec is like Nippano. What do you share together? Then like then
okay, we say specs now is attribute specifications. We say characteristics of something.
Okay, to my understanding of specs, no specs idea maybe or so I say specification idea maybe
for me, a spec is what you see in a girl that attracts you to that person.
Okay, so cause a spec here say me amakoyo be say me hu be man maka say be man me hu idiot. Say me na say a friend say me kuna me Mepe. All the qualities are me no me who me say enemy day, me subai day. Efa.
But when you ask me my understanding by spec, I will say something in a guy that you really want or you like.
Eti say na womote spec na omoka no ase. Na ne emema no wo po ba ware a o spec ne de yin.
My spec, I don't want anything extra. Breast decent as decent. Mindset, yeah, you need to have that mindset like decent. If you see them things, then I'm okay.
So personally, the spec, if I say my spec, then I'm talking about someone who has like thick ass, thick breasts, and who has money. DB.
Spec once my brabo me comfortable. Oba my brabo ma then I would bring me. Na me hwe. Then I would ba brabo no ma. Be my brabo no ma is simple. Aside any the physics there, please facial okay, flat tummy. Big stomach there, red flat. Charlie, at least there should be breast. It shouldn't be flat. Breast. The buttocks like shouldn't be too wild. It should be like let me see that there is buttocks over there. Let me see that there is breast. Flat stomach in here me pa. Me about you for so
Me actually me spec. Me first impression your beauty. Into me real attitude ni personality in there then I be found. But at one and no phone say then and wow only be there and wa kele.
Okay, for me, the bema I can say will be a mistake. Maybe how the person talks and the way any panic carrying home and the way any panic like positi the way on enco focus the way ni bibiati. And a Bama will be a mistake.
My spec is a white Caucasian female, which Oba Obuadi, Obama respect. And back home, I come out when you and the other.
And I respect Obama say, if I say female specs, in fact, Obama to say, yeah, maybe wider hips and average body size be an ambibisa.
My spec in a girl is the character, the way you behave. I'm a peaceful guy and I want a character that matches my behavior. So that's why I consider that as my spec.
The amote ya ne mema no, de omo hwehwe, di opoba, obesu, eban, bobre a wope, and amote ye no. Na ma no so
My type of spec would be like someone I'm attracted to. Any part like I feel comfortable with, has the same ideas, shares the same views. And then the person you respect, and then I feel like in Nipa you can tell everything to
how the person looks like, the person's height, the person's complexion, or it can be based on the person's personality. All those things are involved.
Usually, before you can say, this is my spec. What the Nipano, what the not so list. Okay, I want to see this person should be a tall person, and he should have money. Maybe he should be a firstborn, and then he should be a last one, and then he should have maybe dark hair, curly hair.
My spec in a guy, no, a thick tall guy, yeah, very thick.
tall, nice, patchy. Yes, and I'm a semi-to for yes to him. So I say, I think a TikTok guy, loving and caring. That's all.
Okay, for my spec in a guy, no, I don't really have a spec. If you are caring, you are nice, you are intelligent, that's all. In perspective, that one day. It should be normal, that's it.
Me to me, Nedi can me pebema or yellow or show me. I told to me, you know. One brassier, a total me and sir. Bema or ma, and I need turtles no so yet. Bema, unnumber, Emma, Neri, and I, the girl, and will be opposite on any other.
I consider that to be a species. When I see slim, fair guys, not even tall or like they shouldn't be short, slim, tall, or normal guy, fair, my heart starts to melt. Yeah, that's it.
Yo. A man so dear no. Abdullah Dasmani any Elizabeth Ejen. Ena a day lifestyle amani boy baye. Kasebono esi. Miding. Nana ya. Kunedu. MTN and countries what the 4G plus about fastest connectivity internet no. Who choose it Tabunet, who choose higher speed, who choose MTN. Was say we there for you everywhere you go. Susie Bar Center, Sibimen capsules, MMA, your Johnson may ye become a much show announce Umpesi show katita no apibianum sebe women oba kwa fichi no te yawen kabone wona himfi ho no numbia ekosibi soup ye de pedicure siesie na ho na ye fane de ahye mpaboa no e wo pharmacy ne chemical stores e twa ho hia 0247111671 0247111671 and 0246578750 ya was this way chocolate drink cocoa so faso kan. A radio here, Kahua, any sushi. Me, mamma,